Hey, it's James Lynch back with another AI prediction video. In today's video, we'll be using Fight Signal, the app that is great when it comes to data points and using AI to predict fights for you. I think their overall record right now is close to like 82% picking. So take that for what it's worth. And if you guys want a discount on using the exact same program that I'm using here today with Fight Signal, the exact same app, I should say, I will have a link in the description of this video to get a discount and a code for you to use as well. So let's go over to UFC 321. Today, we're going to be talking about Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Bautista. So if we click on here, we've got 4,600 data points for this entire card. But the fight we want to focus on is one that everybody's interested in, and that's Umar and Bautista. Very high public height, as you can see here. We've got 240 data points that we can kind of look to. So let's start first with the technical comparison. We'll go through all the stats here, there, and then we'll talk about some of the outcomes and all that different stuff. So looking at the technical comparison, as I'm running over my words here, technical comparison is what the word I was looking for there. You can see there, it shows their records. Win percentage favors Umar. KO wins favors Umar. Submission wins KO Umar. Obviously, Mario Bautista getting the favor on the decision by 20%. He's at 60% compared to 50% there for Umar Nurmagomedov. It shows the win streak momentum. Obviously, Umar coming off a loss. Mario Bautista on an 8-fight win streak. It shows their points there. As far as the skill goes, the striking favors Umar at 62.6%. The grappling favors Umar as well at 63.2%. But you can see there the striking very close here, 60.1 compared to 62.6. But the grappling, there's a big difference there, 63.2 compared to 49.4. And it looks at all types of different stuff: strikes landed per minute, striking accuracy, striking defense, strikes absorbed per minute, takedowns per 15 minutes, takedown accuracy, takedown defense, and submissions per 15 minutes. The striking stats, like I mentioned, do favor Umar, but the strikes landed per minute actually favors Bautista here, 6.1 compared to 4.4. That's a 39.95% differential. The striking accuracy favors Umar there at 57.16% compared to 49.27%. Strikes absorbed per minute, Bautista leads that with the staggering 106%, 2.2 compared to 4.5. So Bautista, strikes absorbs per minute does lead that. Striking defense is ahead on Nurmagomedov's side at 8.71, so 60.53% compared to 55. The grappling stats favor Umar. Takedowns per 15 minutes, Umar takes that along with takedown accuracy, takedown defense. Submissions per 15 minutes, that actually favors Bautista here at 0.77 compared to 0.31 for Bautista. And then you look at strikes by target, head, body, and leg. Umar winning those in all categories there, except for the body shots. Bautista leads on that as well. It also has strikes by position, round progression, physical abilities. Again, not much of a difference there. Height and reach, very similar. Obviously, the stance is switch for Bautista, orthodox for Umar, and then they look at the age as well, with Umar, Bautista being a little bit older than Umar. Umar, 29 years old compared to 32. So that is some of the technical stats that we can have a look at there. Let's look at some of the signals, which is the AI predictions, market consensus, and signal analysis for this fight. So using the Chuck quality, the Fight Signal AI, it favors Nurmagomedov at 53.5% compared to 46.5%. The Chuck volume also favors Umar Nurmagomedov at 60.9% compared to 39.1. The betting markets definitely favor Umar, 80.2% compared to 19.8%. So only 19.8% of people betting on Umar. The betting community is slightly lower than that too. 10% for Bautista, 90% there for Umar. So the betting community. So the betting markets like Umar. The betting community likes Umar. The sentimental pick, look at the difference there, a lot closer, 30.8% for Bautista, 69.3%. So people still want Umar to win, obviously. And then from a technical standpoint, technical career stats analysis, that actually favors Bautista at 56.3% compared to 43.8% for Umar. We already went through the stats already. Let's look at the actual report. Technical insights, ground strikes landed per minute. Umar favors that at 1.24 compared to 0.28 for Bautista. Submission attempts, like I said, that does favor Bautista compared to Umar. Technical development, Umar's ground game has viciously evolved from simple control to mauling ground and pound assault. His significant ground strikes per minute skyrocket from 0.116 in his debut to a consistent 1.6, more than tenfold increase in damage output. Bautista's technical development is transferred from a pure striker into a genuinely lethal submission artist. He has 0 submission wins or attempt in his first, so that doesn't kind of make sense. It says he's transitioned from a pure striker into a genuinely lethal submission artist. He has 0 submission wins or attempt in his first 5 UFC fights and exploded to a 0.7. Oh, I see what they're saying. So initially he didn't have submissions, but now he does. can read all that there. Let's look at some of Umar's advantages. Superior takedown accuracy at 39.6% versus 33.3%. Excellent takedown defense as well, 78.8 compared to 67.6. Better striking defense at 60.5 compared to 55.7. Higher control time per 15 minutes, 312 versus 206 seconds. Bautista's advantages, higher striking output, current 8-fight win streak, better body strike accuracy, more submission game, 0.77 per 0.31. And then it looks at some of the disadvantages. Nurmagomedov currently on a 1-fight loss streak, lower striking volume output, less submission attempts per fight, absorbs more significant strikes relative to the output. But Bautista, weaker takedown defense, lower takedown accuracy, worse striking defense per percentage, and less control time when the fight goes to the ground. Win conditions for Umar include utilize superior wrestling to control position, exploit takedown accuracy advantage early, maintain distance and counter strike efficiently, use defensive wrestling to neutralize submission threats. Bautista's win conditions would be maintain high striking pace to overwhelm his opponent. He did that against Patchy Mix. Target body shots with superior accuracy, scramble efficiently when taken down, capitalize on submission opportunities in transitions. So the technical comparison does have Bautista ahead at 56.25 compared to Nurmagomedov at 43.75. Also, Bautista, I would imagine, has more UFC fights, so there's a little bit more data to work with, I would imagine, too. What do we got here? So, yeah, rank comparison. It's up and down here, but it looks like, yeah, Umar 52 to 14. So that rank is the overall ranking of the fighters over the course of their career. Rankings are calculated based on their past performances. ELO score comparison. Looks like they have Bautista ahead compared to Umar. ELO is a dynamic ranking system that reflects a fighter's relative skill level. It adjusts based on fight outcomes and strength of opponents. Which makes sense because Bautista has fought more guys in the UFC than Umar has. So that's good as well. Let's look at the overall sentiment here. Analysis, public opinion tracking and trend analysis, win prediction source type, YouTube, Reddit, and news. Fight analysis, this is just one person. Umar is talented overall with great control and kicks and is well-rounded. Bautista is well-rounded, has excellent fight IQ and consistency. The video is predicting Umar will win by putting a beating on Mario, showing what Mario's true elite bantamweight skill looks like. Umar overwhelms the overwhelmer. These are just some of the analysis that they have there. Sentimental analysis, win prediction trend. Umar and expert prediction 70% compared to 30 for Bautista. Public prediction has 68.5, slightly lower. And then Mario Bautista at 31.5. Excitement level is 70 out of 100. Expert opinion, Umar is likely to win due to his superior skills in striking, wrestling, and grappling. Habib's intense coaching post-loss will drive Umar to perform at its peak. Public opinion, Umar is favored to win, utilizing his wrestling, striking, and range management to control the fight. Bautista's boxing and pressure could pose problems for Umar, but adjustments are expected from Umar in the later rounds. Many analysts think this fight will be more competitive than expected, with Bautista potentially winning a round or two based on his striking. Umar's grappling and ability to make adjustments will give him the edge and secure a decision win. Some believe that if Mario wins the first round, all he has to do is win the second or third to be more comfortable. Therefore, he can start flowing. So that's an interesting one, too. And again, that's public opinion that AI has pulled here. And if we look at the overall view here, they do have Umar winning. So, if you look at the betting odds, Umar's a big favorite. But here, based on AI, they only have Umar winning 56.13%. Compared to 43.87%. So the AI has it a bit closer than what the betting odds have. And again, a lot of things here favoring Umar. Why Umar or Nurmagomedov might win this one: superior takedown accuracy, excellent takedown defense, better striking defense. And then they have the insights from across the internet, all that stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff there, which is great. So yeah, AI likes Umar here. They're going with the betting markets. They're going with the public perception there. So take that for what it's worth. It does look like, as far as an actual pick goes, I think they're going to say Umar decision. Let me just find that here. Yeah, so overview. And what do we got here? Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, I think they're leaning more towards Umar decision here as opposed to an actual finish. Again, Bautista's only been finished in that one fight, and that was his debut. Sorry, two fights. Trevin Jones and Corey Sandhagen. Those are the two fights that he's lost. So let's just have a quick look here what they're saying as far as... I might not actually report sentiment. So yeah, again, they're kind of leaning more towards Umar decision here for the most part. So yeah, again, if you guys want to check this out, it is Fight Signal is the name of the app. I got a link in the description. You can check that out. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. This is another AI Predicts video. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys soon.